Yeah, they was out there getting it done. You give me a staccato one of these days.
Oh, I'm gonna get a staccato. Don't you fret. I'm gonna drop that whole 3,500 for it.
We got to get out there though. to Miami on range day.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Appreciate y'all for that. Thank you. Hey, let's do it, man. You don't want to fly? I drive the whole way to Miami.
I will fly.
Yeah, I ain't.
I drove to Jacksonville and they was like, "Oh, it's like 10 more hours to my house." I was like, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, I ain't.
Driving ain't that bad, bro. It's the journey, baby.
It ain't bad going there. No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you give me an RV and I'll go.
I don't know. I did those drives by myself, so I got used to it, you know.
Yeah, damn that though.
You get used to it though.
Yeah, I remember I used to take family vacations down to Florida, man. Driving that 14 hours, 12 hours, and all that stuff. Nah, bro. I'm hopping a jet, bro. I'm getting on the Virginia Tactical jet.
Let's get it. Hey, speak it into existence, baby.
You getting on the original G4, not the weapon G4.
Yeah, we'll hop on that bitch, but we ain't got no gas to go nowhere.
No pilot to fly that motherfucker.
And no pilot to fly. We just sitting in that motherfucker.
We gonna be on Instagram flexing like shit. Y'all still on the runway? Yeah, it's a little delay. That's all.
Nigga, we still in the hangar. Who you talking
about? Hey, you gotta hit up back, man. He'll figure it out.
Hey, high as gas is too. Shit. We're talking about I got $100 on it.
Oh my god.
That shit won't even get us to DC.
If we going from Richmond, that bitch ain't gonna get us to Petersburg. We ain't even gonna get out the state with $100.
Yeah, might as well just put that bitch on the highway.
Cruise control that motherfucker.
Just drive.
Be like one of them shits you see in Dubai when them fancy ass cars on the side of the road. I'm like, is that a damn jet on the side of the road? Hey, Virginia Tech car, seeing a jet on the side of the road, man. Don't worry about it.
Look,
hey, we ran out of gas, bro. It's all good.
Just an advertisement.
Online sales are skyrocketing like a motherfucker.
Oh man,
I mean, you gotta get some hating ass. Like they can't name you got no gas to fly nowhere.
Hey, we be on it. Hey, but the point is, we be in the G4. That's all that matters.
Right.
That's all that matters.
We in there though. Anyway. Look, well, we already late, man. Let's start the show.
D-Mark got that heat.
What you saying now? I'm the man now. I be flying in the bird when I land down. Bands on bands now, I got hella fans now. Chopper hit on, we call that a man down. I keep them racks on me, but I don't rap for free. They say that I'm Hollywood, it don't bother me. Bitch, please don't follow me, I don't do no following. Only taking phone calls when that money calling me. Choppers as tall as me, ballin' I gotta be. Niggas acting like bitches always got the tick. White on me, yo gotta expire me. I was just a youngin' trying to get it, yeah we gotta eat. First it be fiery, make these niggas get tired of me. You a worker, I'm a boss, nigga, you can't fire me. Keep green like celery, dodging all of these fellas. felonies, killing them with my melodies. Going hard like on every beat. Shawty thought it forever be. Fans, they keep on telling me that I'm the hardest in the street. Wait till I hit the industry. At first they wasn't feeling me. Now these bitches, they feeling me. I'm on top where the ceiling be. They done made my night hearing me, but what you saying now? I'm the man now. I be flying in the bird when I land down. Bands on bands now, I got hella fans now. Chopper hit 'em, we call that a man down. I keep them racks on me, but I don't rap for free. They say that I'm Hollywood, it don't bother me. Bitch, please don't follow me, I don't do no following. Only taking phone calls when that money calling me.
That song gets me every time, bro.
Bro, you can't even tell me, bro, that ain't the hardest intro out, bro.
That's the hardest intro out there.
It's gonna be booming in my headphones.
I mean, God.
What you saying now? I'm the man.
Come on now. I need to talk to Vita, man, because he was about to make a new intro, but I don't even think we need a new intro, man.
Nah.
That John just had me rocking. But anyway, welcome back to the NPR version of Tactical After Dark. I am your host, Sean, but they call me Banks. And I'm here with the whole Virginia Tactical team. Starting off, I got Guns and Fitness King.
Ooh.
Stupid, man.
Where in the world?
Anybody here to see you, Otis?
Come to see me.
I'm about to slide out on it.
We should come out in David Ruffin and Temptations.
Hey, man.
I like that.
What's going on, everybody? Guns and Fitness King, man, a.k.a. Big Sig in the building, man. Happy to see y'all. Get ready to enjoy the show.
Nice
Hilarious.
and simple. Nice and simple. We have Mr. Coleman, who is by himself tonight,
I'm dolo tonight, you know what I'm saying?
a.k.a. Just Kid.
Just can. Nah, what's good? You know, the missus said she wasn't feeling well, so I told her to take a night off. But we here, baby. Mr. and Mrs. Overachievers, we do what we can. You know, we the kids to sit up front and keep raising our hand. We overachieve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, last but not least, we have Mrs. Banks in the building.
I'm over it.
Not already. I'm over it.
I hate technology. I hate it with a passion.
Well, and just like that, grand opening, grand closing. But anyway, man, look,
All right, Charlamagne.
we back, man, for another episode of the Gun Line. If you don't know what the Gun Line is, it's your first time tuning in. This is where we give you our opinions on what's going on in the Black community and what's going on with the Second Amendment community as a whole. If you don't give a damn about what we got to say, I'm sorry. I mean, you tuned in.
Not my fault.
But yeah, man, so just recapping our weekend, you know, hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. If it applies to you, happy belated Father's Day.
Yes, sir.
I hope you got that pair of socks, and I know they're probably dirty already.
Socks and a silk tie.
Don't even got no suit.
Wow.
but got a tie.
Them drawers and a silk tie.
Y'all get good gifts. I don't know what's going on over here.
Ties.
No, you know damn well you ain't get no tie.
I'm just talking about all the other fathers out there. You know, thank you, baby, for giving me such great gifts.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So happy belated Father's Day.
Billy was like, I'll be goddamn.
Yeah,
I know what I gave
Right.
you.
I got good gifts. What you
I
talking
gave you the
about?
gift that keep on giving.
Right.
You stupid. You stupid.
Hey, listen. But yeah, also this weekend, man, it was Juneteenth, man. I'm glad to see it. You know, I think is this the first year that it's actually
First year
a federal?
federal holiday. Yep,
Yeah,
first year.
yeah,
And my black ass still went to work.
Me too.
yeah.
They was like, it's a holiday. We just don't recognize it.
Right.
Yeah, of course they don't, motherfuckers.
And let's not forget the reason we celebrate
Yeah,
Juneteenth.
well, that's
A lot
what
of
I'm
people
about to
don't
get
know.
to. You know, like that was the highest searched set of words this weekend. What does Juneteenth mean? You know, which it kind of blew my mind originally. You know, it's like this is the highest search thing right now. You know, but you'd be surprised, I guess, how many people just don't know what Juneteenth is. You know, of course, don't let now that it's a federal holiday whitewash you to now it's just another 3-day weekend for a lot of people. Don't even start to think like that. You know.
Yep,
And then, you know, the watered down version, you know, of Juneteenth is that's when the slaves were freed and this, that, and the third. But that's not actually the case, right? Like the slaves were freed before that. It just so happened that it was not publicized, and a lot of slaves were still in bondage. And it was just, you know, one community of slaves on June 19th in Texas, where they finally, somebody told them and gave them the good news. More than 2 years had passed, you know, and they were still enslaved. So, yeah. Somebody told them and gave them.
My fault.
I was like, what?
Bro, what?
Go ahead.
But yeah, so let's not forget the true meaning of Juneteenth, right? You know, shout out to all the people that exercise their Second Amendment rights on Juneteenth, because believe it or not, you know, our right to bear to bear arms have indeed helped us in our liberty. With slavery as a whole, and never forget that.
Them folks was tight when they couldn't go to the bank Monday. I tell you that. I saw videos of them pulling on the door.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That they couldn't go to the bank on Juneteenth. I mean, on Juneteenth Monday.
They were trying to figure out why the bank was closed.
I don't see them complaining on Columbus Day,
because they said we'll close the Juneteenth. What the fuck is Juneteenth? You know, sound like some nigga shit to me. I know. I'm just saying. Somebody out there said it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it. I see what y'all was thinking.
Somebody said it. You know, Juneteenth, just like a nigga to put an eth on the end of on a word. So.
Nonetheless, we are happy that it's been recognized as a federal holiday.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're happy about that.
You know
what I'm saying? We here, baby.
So hopefully everybody had a chance to enjoy their weekend, man. I know we did, man. We were up in Chantilly, man, for the Nation's Gun Show, man. We had a good time out there. Saw a lot of people. Man, it's always a good time getting up there to Chantilly, even though it is a long weekend. But thank y'all for those who came out, stopped by and hollered at us for a few, picked up a few toys, you know, to add to the cooler. You know, it's always good to see y'all. Also, it was our first time going to King Spa while we was up there, man. We had a good time up in there.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, King.
I got my first experience of what it was like to be in a prison shower.
No, that's the nicest jail prison I've never seen.
Just saying.
I
don't want to talk about it.
It's all right, bro.
We're gonna get you up there, big down.
We had a great time. Nice time to relax. If you ain't been to King Spa, man, go enjoy yourself. Go treat yourself. You know, do the different rooms. Get in the jacuzzi a little bit. Get a massage. Have a good time. You know. But I'm gonna stop there because they ain't paying me to say it. What's up, Speedy? What's going on, Mr. Cole?
Speedy,
how are you, sir?
How that Beretta treating you?
You know, but yeah, Chantilly was a great weekend, man. We back at it again this weekend. You know, so we got Hampton. So for those of you living in the 757 area, you know, come on, check us out, man. I know Hampton's gonna be packed this weekend, though. I mean, you got Jazz Festival,
Jazz Fest right beside it. What?
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff going on. We gonna be lit. You know,
they did like a titty.
But yeah, man. But speaking of not getting paid, man, you know, I'll use this time to talk about the biggest supporter of the show right now, and that is U.S. Law Shield, man. Look, listen, we always talk about in class having some type of, you know, concealed carry insurance. You know, you might not need it, you know. But if you do need it but don't have it, then your ass is in some trouble, man. So, you know, we all have U.S. Law Shield. We stick by them. You know, we call them whenever we about to get on a plane somewhere and fly with these guns and make sure everything's copacetic. You know, so something to think about. You know, if you use promo code VTSA, man, you locked in for $10.95 a month, and if you go ahead and purchase the yearly, you know, then you get 2 months or 2 additional months free. You know, so think about that, man. You know, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I'm just gonna say, hey, if I was you, go ahead and try to get some concealed carry insurance under the belt, man. You know, we talk about it in great detail in our classes. You know, you don't want to get hemmed up in you know, with all these legal fees and all of that stuff, man. So think about it. But yeah, special shout out. Thank y'all to U.S. Law Shield, man. You know, hope to see y'all again soon. Can't wait to see y'all back in Vegas. Right? But yeah, man. So that's about it for the intros, man. We're gonna hop right into it, man. You know, I know everybody tired tonight, man, but we had to bring it back in. You know, we got to see first of all, you know, who we got tuned in tonight, man. Who locked in is Tuck Breon. You know, Miss Parker. You know, of course, Speedy. You know, we got a couple people tuned in right now, man. But yeah, let's jump right into it. B, what do we got, man? What is trending right now?
Oh, mine I have today is just learn. Am I lagging?
Hold up. I think you back.
Just play that video that I sent you in an email.
All right, let's see. It's time for everybody to get new laptops. Yeah, all right, man. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Here we go.
What's that? That was bad. Where's the
King?
There you go.
Hey, mommy. Hey, Kenzie.
Bro, what is going on? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's right.
Don't short stroke it now.
And I had a chance to speak with that homeowner this evening. He says he's lived in that house for the past 20 years and 8 years ago decided to buy a gun. Now he's taken some lessons on how to handle that firearm, and today those lessons were put into action.
I had to do what I had to do to save my life.
Meso Jackson, awoke around 4:30 Tuesday morning to a man pounding on his door and yelling. Parts of the encounter captured on his Ring doorbell camera at his home on Salem Street on Detroit's west side.
Talking about somebody owe him some money or something. I say, ain't nobody owe you no money. I don't know what you talking about.
Jackson says he tried to reason with the man from inside his house.
He wouldn't leave, so I dialed 911.
While he waited for police, he said things escalated from there.
He went around the window back there and bust that window out.
Fearing the destruction wouldn't stop, Jackson then armed himself.
Came outside and said, man, you gotta leave. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. So you gotta leave. So he had his gun. He had reached for his gun. He pulled his gun out, and I had to defend myself. So I had to shoot him. I did because of that.
Firing 4 shots, they hit the man in the chest, killing him.
It was me or him at that point. I didn't want to hurt nobody, but he just wouldn't quit.
When police did arrive, Jackson says he followed their orders, led away in handcuffs for questioning.
He's trying to kill me.
Knowing he was a lawful gun owner and also aware that police had an investigation to do.
You know, I'm like shocked this guy would leave and he trying to kill me, and so I didn't do nothing to the guy. You know, I'm like, that's a part that was kind of sad.
Hopeful that the law would be on his side once police heard his story.
You can't help but defend yourself. You ain't got no choice but to.
And sharing his story with us, hoping that someone might take away a lesson or two from his encounter.
You got to be on guard. You got to be prepared. You can't just let people run you over, hurt you, and don't do nothing about it. You got to defend yourself.
And Detroit police did confirm they did take away Jackson for questioning and kept him in custody for several hours before releasing him without any charges. But ultimately, it will be up to the prosecutor's office after they review the entire case to decide what, if any, charges may come of all this.
Let's stop right there. Right? So what did we just talk about, right? Shout out to US Law Show. What do we talk about so often in our classes, right? The whole last 30 minutes of our classes that we teach are geared directly to what just happened. Right. We tell everybody all the time, like, just because you defend yourself and it might be a justified shoot, chances are that you still might go to jail, right? Those are really some things to consider, right? When deciding that you want to carry every day. Of course, we don't ever want to become victims, right? We don't ever want to victimize anybody else. Now, with that being said, like, as you saw, he was arrested as well, right? Especially right off the bat. Now, thankfully, right, like we tell everybody, just comply, right? Just go with the flow in that situation. Like, you had a, self-defense shoot, cops came. It's best to just go with the flow, right? Let everything hash itself out. Luckily, they released him. However, as of what the last statement that he just made, the prosecutor is still mulling over if they want to bring some charges or not. And he's the homeowner, and he felt in danger and in fear of his life, so those are really things to think about.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of them tough situations because as we talk to people all day, but the guy busted out his window, but at the moment before he went outside, technically his life wasn't in danger. So I think that's where the toss up for me is. He physically went outside to the guy. Obviously, you can see on the ring that, he had a firearm in his hand. Whether he put it away before he went to that window or not, I'm not sure. But, the prosecutor could try to make an argument that he went looking for trouble or he went looking to do, more harm than good towards the guy. Like we tell everybody, all the time, you can't, somebody banging on your door, whatever, is not smart to go outside to look to see, because he armed himself and then went outside. So it's like, it's almost as if he became the aggressor at that moment. He was like, I'm going to look for this guy to intentionally shoot him. Not saying that's what he did, but obviously thinking as a prosecutor, that's what they're going to probably say.
No, he said that he went back to the door. He was still there. Then he pulled firearm. The perp.
He had a ring. The ring was filming everything, correct?
The ring was filming everything, yeah.
So by technicality, they probably would have been like, you could have called the police when you saw said firearm. You know?
Yeah.
And if he would have entered, that would have been a whole different story. So I mean, it's up in the air. You know, it's not on.
It's
us.
definitely
It's
up in the
on
air.
prosecutor.
Because I mean, yes, he could have called the cops. I mean, but like we speak all the time, you know, self-preservation. You know, the cops could have been like, I'm 15, 16 minutes away. A lot can happen within that time frame. But you know, I don't know. It's a toss-up. That's a hard one to judge. I mean, he did the right thing by arming himself, definitely. Obviously, because you knew the guy had you knew the guy had a firearm because you saw it on your ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so Benjamin said, outside of the shooting, I'd waited until he entered. I mean, now granted, like I would kind of agree with you on that, because then if he tries to get in the house, then you got more of a reason to
Right.
Yep.
To do what you got to do. Now, him going outside the house to issue commands, I don't necessarily have a problem with that per se, but depending on how you may look at it or who may look at it, that could potentially be I don't know. It's a reason, that they're still looking to see what type of charges that they can bring.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he was, because I look at this, he was in the comfort of his home. So, nobody knows your house better than you, obviously. So, yes, if you would have entered, it would have been something different, but you physically went outside where he could have, I mean, you're also putting your life in danger, because he said he reached for his gun. The guy could already had his gun drawn. You never know. And obviously they say he armed himself before going outside. So he already went outside with his firearm. Prosecutors said, well, you had the intention on firing at this gentleman before. So there's a lot of different ways to go with that.
All that, to say that you have to, carefully think about whatever it is that your next move might be. You have to weigh all the options. You definitely want, the last thing that you have to do is pull the trigger. Now, can you, on the other end of that, like, can you imagine somebody banging on your door, like, whatever time of night, and you clearly see you got a gun, asking for money and stuff like that. It's a lot to process all at one time. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, it's like that's one thing that you gotta, if you're the prosecutor, you gotta think about that as well. That's a lot to process, especially if, like I said, the guy claims he don't even know who it is or who the guy was even really looking for, or whatever the case is. And if that truly is the case, like, I mean, you're talking about random acts of violence, that's something that that would have anybody shaken up, and thinking things like a certain way. It's easy for us to say something like that right now, but in that situation, like, things, I'm sure your heart's racing, adrenaline is pumping and stuff like that. You trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and especially if you hear somebody break the window, is like, I mean, what do you do?
Well, it said he broke the window, then went back to the front door. The guy did. I think that's what y'all are missing.
Yeah, but so the thing is, so even like, so say if it was Virginia, like, if we feel like we had intention, like he had intentions to enter the house, like, that's still a thing. Like, the guy, He went out. He went to the guy. He went to the door, and then the guy drew the weapon, and then he felt his life was in danger. A prosecutor could still say you should not have gone to the door. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And I think I probably didn't hear what state was this in.
This is in Michigan.
Do they have stand
Detroit.
your ground in Michigan?
I would doubt it.
But Ken, you're saying he shouldn't have went because he had an actual ring camera because he saw him
Because
on
it was
camera.
being recorded. Because so what I'm
Gotcha.
saying is a prosecutor could possibly. I'm no lawyer. I don't have a degree in that. But what I'm saying is a prosecutor could say, so you saw him on a ring. You was well aware that he had a firearm. Yes. Okay. Why would you go to the door?
Well, you got to
With
think about
your
the time
firearm.
of the essence, though, Ken. Like, he probably didn't see that he had a firearm. That's just a recording. He probably looked back and saw he had it. So from what I gathered from the story was the guy was knocking at you. Of course, you're frazzled. You ain't look at your ring camera. Somebody knocking on the door. You saw a person standing there. You go open the door. They ask for money. So I don't know who you are. He probably, because the dude was standing to the side, so you didn't see the gun until the guy stood to the side and it kind of like went behind his back. Then he said that the guy went to the side of the house and broke the window. That's when he grabbed his firearm. Then the guy went back to his front door, and that's when the guy pulled his weapon on him. Pulled the weapon out and pointed at him. So I mean, if you want to replay it, that's what I gathered from it. So I feel like he had a right to defend himself because at that point he didn't know he had a firearm from what his story was like or how he was. My whole purpose of playing this video or choosing this video was because he followed proper protocol. He allowed the police officers to arrest him. He called 911. He called 911 before he even decided to pull his firearm.
Mm-hmm. And that is one thing to think about as well. I mean, because honestly, we're taught to kind of do the same thing. Like if we find ourselves in a situation, and then of course we notify the police or whatnot to come on, and then the things continue to escalate.
Right. So think about how much time was going on between. He was able to call the police to get them to almost respond before he shot and killed this dude. Yeah. So this dude was probably at his house for probably all of a good long 5 minutes.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, what do we teach people? You would go in a room and barricade yourself.
But the guy already broke his window.
He broke the window, but he didn't enter the house.
I mean, I see from both,
that's what I see from both points. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just because I know they say the prosecutors are still looking into the investigation, but obviously, I pray to God doesn't go to jail because he did what he had to do. I mean, if I'm in that situation, I got kids in my house. Yes, I'm gonna do what I have to do to protect my family as well. But I would hate to go down the line and be like, oh well, he got charged with X, Y, and Z because the prosecutor found that it was it was an unlawful shooting.
From your point, Ken, I feel like if the ring wasn't involved, then yeah, I'm going to check it out because I'm not sure what the hell is going on. So I'm going down there to check it out. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going down to check it out. But because he had the ring and he was able to see what was going on, I agree with Benjamin. Maybe he could have waited until he physically attempted to come inside. And at that point, I'm really defending my life at that point. So I don't know. Let's see a couple sides there.
I mean, whoever watching, man, y'all chime in too. I mean, what are you guys thinking? I mean,
now honestly, he may be good because Michigan does have stand your ground laws, and they do recognize the Castle Doctrine.
Do that?
Yeah. So it says in Michigan, you may use deadly force with no duty to retreat if you have an honest and reasonable belief that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death.
And to point out too, that man said he'd been taking his classes. So I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So again, now obviously my point had changed. He was within his rights. He stood his ground. So touche.
And take note that he did hit him in the mask.
So we say shot 4 times, shoot him in the chest. I mean,
yeah,
that's all right. I mean, by all standards, that's where you want to hit.
Yep, that means he's been listening.
I'm sure he's shaking up about it.
Right.
I mean,
You can tell.
it's not an easy thing to take take an individual's life for no matter what circumstance. And I know in the past people have said, man, you can't do this, man. Shut the fuck up, man, because you ain't never took a person's life. That shit will stick with you no matter whatever is going on. Even justified or not. But yeah, I mean, kudos to that guy, for defending himself, man. We don't know if that dude was a tweaker, man, or if he possibly could have had the wrong fucking address. I mean,
he could possibly just been using that excuse to rob him and kill him. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
That's true.
But
I retract my opinion.
Huh?
I said I retract my opinion because, like I said, until I found out, Michigan does have stand your ground law. So kudos to him.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I who would have thought though? I didn't think, honestly, didn't think Michigan was a state to have a stand your ground type of law. So that does, change up things quite a bit. Virginia is not one of those states with a stand your ground law. So, everything varies by where you live.
So let me ask you.
So
let me ask you real quick. Just to kind of pick everybody's brains. Do you feel as though all 50 states should honor stand your ground and castle doctrine?
Honestly, to me, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Stand your ground, yes, but castle doctrine, I'm not too.
I feel castle doctrine is more important than stand your ground, to be honest.
Right, I'm about to say castle doctrine.
They coming in my house, and I got
kids.
My legal right to defend my house.
Castle doctrine is.
I mean,
stand your ground is is more of being a
What's up, India?
Huh?
No, I was saying what's up to India. She said good evening.
Oh, what's going on? Castle doctrine is one statute or law that should be prevalent throughout the United States more so than anything, because that is quite literally your defense, or you being able to defend yourself inside your home. I mean, that's the most important point.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point. Stand your ground is yes, if you feel as though, but like we always say, like you have to interpret. If your life was in danger, you could just say a guy was coming at me. Dude could just be running. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, obviously, look at Trayvon Martin. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He won't bother nobody.
Stand your ground can sometimes be flipped. The wrong way. Right. But
I feel like with castle doctrine, you're basically invading my privacy of my home. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yes, I absolutely feel like castle doctrine should be recognized in all 50 states. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I just want to know y'all opinion on that.
Yeah, and I mean, some form of staying your ground. How is expressly written in Florida? I mean, I'm not too sure about, but some form of stay your ground, because I mean the two kind of go hand in hand, however, like we just said, it can go, either way, or it can be used in the wrong situation, to justify some things that shouldn't be justified. Hey, what's going on, Carmen? It's what recognized in Virginia.
Yeah, neither stand your ground or castle doctrine is recognized in Virginia.
Well, we do have castle doctrine.
You sure?
You
sure? I thought castle doctrine was not recognized in Virginia.
Virginia's
there's no castle doctrine in Virginia or stand your ground.
Let's see.
You got red flag laws.
Everybody got red flag laws.
Got that bullshit. I mean, let me not say this bullshit, right? Red flag laws in their intended purpose, it is a good idea, but So for those watching who don't know what red flag laws are, it pretty much means that if you feel that someone is a danger to themselves or to someone else, you can report that. And with reporting that, it will automatically uh, disarm that person. You know, that person will have to relinquish their firearms, and they would essentially have to prove that they are not a danger to themselves or anyone else, rather than prove that they are a danger to themselves or to someone else. While in theory, you know, the statute makes sense, and I understand why they intended to do that. However, what's stopping people from consequently doing some things, or exes, or you know, people or a neighbor or whoever the case, who just don't like you,
Right.
to enact that, you know, because of some type of grievement, you know. And we've seen it already in a couple instances where ex-girlfriends and ex-boyfriends have, you know, enacted red flag statutes on people who did not deserve it, just because they were bitter on how the relationship ended. So, you know, all things have kinks, you know, but with I understand the intended purpose of the law, but you know, some things just don't happen that
So
way.
to your point, Sean. So I just looked it up. So technically, we don't have what's considered castle doctrine. We have a version of castle doctrine where deadly force is permitted if you believe an intruder in your home will cause great bodily harm or death to you or others in your home.
Right.
Which
So by that
we have a
definition, that's what I'm
version of
talking
it.
about.
Yeah. But technically, with castle doctrine, if somebody enters your home, regardless of what they're there for, they could be coming in there to get a cup of yogurt. You would have the legal right to shoot them. But with Virginia, you have to prove that they were going to cause great bodily harm to you or your loved ones.
Right.
So we have a version of castle doctrine, Carmine, if that helps.
Right. And that's what I thought. It's a version. So for instance, if someone comes in the house and steals something, no, you do not have the right to kill them. You know, if they come in the house and take some, you know, whatever case, you know, we say all the time, if they come in the house and take the TV off the wall, you can't kill them for that. But if they come in the house and you feel like your life is in danger, you know, then you can do what it is that you have to do. Now, if it'll hold up in court with
I was just about to say the
12
same
other
thing.
jurors, you know, then by all means, you know, but
we tell everybody you have to be able to prove it in court to a jury and a prosecutor that you are
Virginia
well
does
within your
have
rights to
version.
protect yourself from great bodily harm. So typically what we do is and it sucks because, you know, typically at night, you know, it's dark, you can't see anything, but you have to still be able to prove that your life was in danger. You can't just say somebody walked in my house, because they can be like, okay,
Right.
well, again, they were coming to take the TV and move on with their life. Your life wasn't in danger. You cannot, like, legally in Virginia, you cannot shoot anyone over property. Property meaning your TV, PS5, couch, whatever. It has to, you know,
car, house,
okay,
whatever.
yeah, that is premeditated murder.
You know, but you can defend yourself within those. So you can defend yourself within property, but you can't defend over property. That makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense. I mean, me personally, I'm not trying to get political with it. I think it's dumb because, like I said, you're violating somebody's privacy when you physically walk in their homes. And, you know, as I grew up, that's a no. You know, you don't invade others' privacy. So I would absolutely, you know, if Youngkin is listening, let's go put that castle doctrine in. So full on. I'm just saying because I mean, all of us on here are fathers. You know, Bailey's mom. We're all parents. I should say it like that. But you know, the second we feel as though you have forcefully entered into our homes, I'm on my guard. Like I'm like, no. in my mind, you're coming to do something to me and my kids, you know, and my wife. It's like, no, that's no bueno. So
Yeah.
I just figured I pick y'all brains on that one. Since all states don't recognize it.
You know, I feel that damn, I forgot what I was about to say. But oh yeah, I wanted to talk about we do have a win, you know, this upcoming July as it stands. You know, things may change. But as of right now, there are no new firearms law changes in the making. That, or at least that's scheduled for July 1st. So, well, here in the state of Virginia, obviously.
Right.
So that's a win for us, you know, at least for right now. Because obviously the last 3-4 years,
it's been changing like a motherfucker.
Every July 1st has been some type of change going on. So
they give you this, then they take it away. Then they give it back to you. They take it away. Like, damn, make up your mind.
Right. So that's a win, you know, for the hometown for right now. Now, like I said, everywhere else though, I mean, other states, you know, there are some things changing. Oh, also to that point, we were talking about last year, if you want to sell your gun back to the city, you can, and they claim that it is risk-free or
of course
no
they gonna say it.
Asked.
Of course they gonna say that shit. Oh, you got a Draco with a serial number scratched off? No problem, man. Come on back here with us.
You wanna, you know,
you going to jail?
But they say it's no questions asked, right?
Look,
you know, so you bring in that dirty hair if you want to.
This how they gonna get you too. They gonna wait. They gonna wait for somebody to walk in that joint with a Glock 17 with a 45 round in that motherfucker. You carried that on you? Yeah. I was looking to sell it back. Come on back here with me, man. Let me talk to you.
Wait, that's a G18. Wait,
step fully on with this push. Oh man, we've been looking for those.
Stop.
You have the right to remain silent. They were everybody.
So yeah, you know, Richmond and Portsmouth, you know, they said, you know, go ahead and drop it off and get your $200.
Man, you know? Come on down to Virginia Tactical.
Right, you come on down to Virginia Tactical. We give you $200 for that Glock.
I give you $200 for it. Mm-hmm. Oh, you said $250 for the rifle? I give you $251. Look at that. I'm beating the competition.
No. Unless it looked like that dude Springfield from last time. So no, I ain't giving you a dime for that.
You said link dog here. I'm pretty sure I saw a penny in that motherfucker. Like, bro. They pulled it out of a bubble coat. I was like,
Cheetos and fingernail clippings.
Look, then he gonna tell me in Banks, oh yeah, it's just a little dirt dry. Hey, boy, stop playing with me.
So yeah, that was an update I heard about that. But yeah, moving on, man. You know, luckily, thankfully, it's been a you know, semi-quiet week since the last time we've had to do a show. So, you know, that's a win. I mean, of course, Chicago's going crazy. Did you see the video of everybody jumping on that old man car?
Old man.
Yo, that Chicago not going crazy.
I was like, hey, bro, like, come on, man. We got to do better, man. Like, why was 30 people jumping on that man car like that? You know, and you could visibly see that he was scared, like he didn't know what the hell was going on. You know, man, now take that a step further in another state other than Chicago. He would be wrong if you fired off on him, right? You know,
I'm sorry. I would just have to go against a jury of 12. 30 people jump on my car, somebody getting shot. Bro.
But you know, you can literally tell that he was afraid, man.
He was terrified.
Like he was scared. You know, people was on his hood, on the top of his car. You got bras twerking on outside his passenger window. I'm like, damn, bro, like, come on, man.
Look, that's what you just hit him with.
Like, what was even the point of that? Like, I don't know.
Anyway,
Chicago, yeah, I got to do better, man. Golly,
it's Chi-Town.
We all everywhere got to do better.
Oh, facts, man.
You know,
just as a as you carry, man, just know the rights to the laws and the right to the state you in. You know, don't do nothing dumb. It ain't worth it, bro. You know, it's no sense in losing your rights for real.
But yeah, man. Other than that, like that's really, man, that's really about it. We're gonna talk about we got a few things coming up. You know, got some classes or whatnot that we really got coming up. We got, the women's only concealed carry course, June 29th at 5. I believe that's a Wednesday.
That is a Wednesday.
Yeah, so if you know any young ladies, that's trying to get their concealed permit, Bella does a phenomenal job with her classes, man. I'm real proud of her for doing that. Her Aisha been holding it down, so that's why I like to see. So yeah, that's coming up June 29th at 5 p.m. And then we got a concealed carry course July 2nd right now for 10 and 2. July 2nd, July 16th, and we all the way on the range July 17th, man. We got rifle class scheduled for July 17th, defensive shooting charges for July 17th. Yeah, we getting it out there. We getting it in back on the range that day. So, if anybody that's interested in getting some training in, getting some practice in, let us know. And if you're just trying to come shoot in general, man, we always down to shoot, man. It's been a while for me. I think it's been like a week since I didn't let any rounds off. So I'm itching to get back out there. It's been hella busy. I wish I had every day to shoot, like some people, but I don't. I got a business to run. So, if I could shoot every day, I would, but I can't. So,
what you got to do?
But I ain't, I got a business to run, man.
Got a business to run, man.
Man. Only those know that know. If you know,
right.
Also, we got a huge blowout sale going, man, for the Glock 43X. Blowout sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, we literally sold 10, 15? I think 15 goddamn 43Xs this weekend. Huge. So we got the Glock 43X on sale, man. Also, any other listeners out there, you can use code CHOPPA, CHOPPA, and get you a nice little discount off.
Right, it's already discounted.
Discounted.
If you put the other discount in, then you get an extra discount,
and that's for everybody. CHOPPA. Write it down. You know what I'm saying? You can get the discount, bro. Like, so we definitely trying to put y'all on, man. Visit vatactical.com. And our inventory is crazy on there, bro. Handguns, pistols, right? Handguns and rifles, shotguns, everything like that. But definitely, like I said, huge blowout sale on that Glock 43X, man. Get it while supplies last, because we got orders coming in now. So get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Mr. Dingling, do you got anything to say?
Man, I'm about to say for everybody, man, that's on the fence about, whether to purchase your first firearm or if you already have a firearm, whether you want to carry concealed, man, stop, go with that initial, like, all right, let's do it. Like, stop making that, waiting for the right time. There is no right time. So, if you on the fence, come in and get some training. If you're trying to purchase your first gun, man, all it is a question away. We love to answer questions, man. We educators first. Don't forget that. We love to educate.
Right. Stop procrastinating, man. Take baby steps,
Yeah,
Baby
bro.
steps. If you ain't ready to buy a gun, or take the class to learn about a gun, and then take a class to learn how to shoot a gun, and then choose your gun,
Mm-hmm. Bro, I always tell people at the gun show, bro, we learn, we train, and then we teach. That's all we do, bro. I love it.
We keep our continued education going ourselves, man, because that's the important part. We're not able to teach anything if we don't first learn ourselves. But anyway, yeah, man, we keep this one short tonight, man. Everybody tired, man. Look, about the goddamn, got to get back at it. Keep the grind going tomorrow. Fling some guns out tomorrow. Get ready for this weekend. Down in the 757.
757. That's big dick neck of the woods, ain't it?
See what's going on at the Coliseum too. See what's going on.
Hey, man.
Is that show sold out? The jazz concert sold out?
Bro, by the way these hotels looking in there, I think so. Look like it.
I would love to have gone there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm sure everybody, man, everybody been talking about this Hampton show, man. It's been a while since Hampton had a gun show, so it's going to be insane. With the Jazz Festival there, it should be a crazy solid weekend, man.
Yeah, man. And is it supposed to rain?
Friday.
I don't even want to look no more.
It's gonna rain Wednesday and Monday. We should see a lot of sun. Oh, it's gonna be like
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be good. Yeah.
Yeah. We chilling now.
Shit, we might ride down to the beach on that, man.
I ain't gonna do that, but
I'm gonna do it. Sex on the beach.
Hey, your ass going to jail
is what I like to preach.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good weather.
Not at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, right. But anyway, man, listen, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, we got a relatively short show tonight, man, but we back at it again next week. But a nigga about to go to sleep. So
good job,
Pete, and I'll holler at you.
Hey.